Imagine struggling to read a sentence aloud in class while feeling every pair of eyes in the room on you. This was the reality for Richard Branson, one of the world's most successful entrepreneurs. What if I told you that the very struggles that held him back in school helped him think creatively and build a global empire? Dyslexia affects roughly 1 in 10 people, yet many misunderstand what it truly is. It's not simply reversing letters or being bad at reading. It's a neurological difference that shapes how the brain processes language. Today, we'll explore the depths of dyslexia, unravel common myths, and show you how people with this condition have turned their challenges into remarkable strengths. But first, let's address one big question. What exactly is dyslexia? Dyslexia is a neurological condition that primarily affects reading, writing, and spelling skills, but it's far more complex than simply struggling with words. It's classified as a learning difference, not a disability, because it doesn't impact intelligence or creativity. People with dyslexia often face difficulties with phonological processing, which means connecting letters to their sounds can be challenging. For instance, decoding the word cat involves breaking it into individual sounds, t. A process that feels intuitive for many, but is significantly harder for someone with dyslexia. However, dyslexia is a spectrum. Some individuals experience mild challenges, like reading slower than average, while others face more severe struggles, such as difficulty identifying letters altogether. It's important to understand that these variations mean no two dyslexic individuals are the same. Despite the struggles, dyslexia is not inherently a flaw. It's a different way of processing information. Many people with dyslexia excel in areas requiring big-picture thinking, creativity, and problem-solving. Globally, approximately 10 to 15% of the population is believed to have dyslexia, but the condition often goes undiagnosed. This is partly due to lingering misconceptions and a lack of awareness, making it vital to recognize the signs early. Next, let's address the myths surrounding dyslexia to clear up the confusion. Dyslexia is one of the most misunderstood conditions, surrounded by myths that do more harm than good. A common misconception is that dyslexia is just about reversing letters, like confusing B and D or was and saw. While letter reversals may happen, they are not the defining trait of dyslexia and can occur in all young children learning to read. Dyslexia is far more complex, involving difficulties in decoding, spelling, and even organizing thoughts. Another damaging myth is that dyslexia reflects low intelligence. This couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, many individuals with dyslexia have average or above-average IQs. Albert Einstein, often cited as a genius, reportedly had dyslexia. Dyslexia affects how someone processes language, not how smart they are. Some people also believe that dyslexia can be cured with enough practice or effort. While early interventions and support can greatly help individuals develop effective coping strategies, dyslexia is a lifelong condition rooted in the brain's wiring. Rather than trying to fix dyslexia, the goal should be to adapt teaching methods and use tools like audiobooks, voice-to-text software, and personalized learning approaches to empower dyslexic individuals. These myths perpetuate stigma, making it harder for people to seek help or even recognize their own dyslexia. That's why understanding the science behind this condition is so important. Let's dive into what's happening in the brain. At its core, dyslexia is rooted in the way the brain processes language. Neuroimaging studies reveal that individuals with dyslexia often show differences in activity in areas of the brain responsible for reading and language comprehension, such as the left hemisphere's posterior regions. This doesn't mean their brains are less capable, just that they process information differently. For example, most readers activate the brain's left hemisphere to decode words and match letters to sounds. In people with dyslexia, this process is less efficient, and other areas of the brain may compensate. This can make tasks like recognizing patterns in written text or breaking down sounds in words harder. However, these same differences can lead to unique strengths, such as strong visual spatial reasoning or out-of-the-box thinking. Genetics also plays a significant role. Dyslexia often runs in families, suggesting that inherited differences in brain structure or function may contribute to the condition. Yet environmental factors, like early language exposure or access to supportive learning environments, can influence how dyslexia manifests and how individuals cope with it. Interestingly, researchers are discovering that dyslexia is not just a challenge, but also a feature of human neurodiversity. It's believed that some of the traits linked to dyslexia, like creative problem-solving and pattern recognition, were advantageous for our ancestors. Understanding these scientific insights helps us break free from the stigma and appreciate the strengths dyslexia can bring. Next, let's explore some of the remarkable individuals who have used their dyslexia as a springboard to achieve greatness. Dyslexia has shaped the lives of many remarkable individuals who didn't just overcome their challenges, they used them to their advantage. Take Richard Branson, the billionaire founder of the Virgin Group, who struggled in school due to undiagnosed dyslexia. While traditional academics weren't his strength, his creative thinking and ability to connect with people became the foundation of his business empire. Another inspiring figure is Whoopi Goldberg, the award-winning actress, comedian, and producer. As a child, she was often labeled lazy or dumb due to her struggles with reading. Once diagnosed with dyslexia, she gained the confidence to embrace her talents, proving that intelligence and creativity go far beyond reading skills. Then there's Albert Einstein, often cited as one of history's greatest minds. Although he reportedly had dyslexia, his ability to think abstractly and visualize complex problems revolutionized physics. His story reminds us that dyslexia doesn't limit intelligence, it just channels it differently. These examples show that while dyslexia presents challenges, it can also foster unique strengths like creativity, persistence, and problem-solving. By embracing these qualities and focusing on their talents, individuals with dyslexia can achieve extraordinary things. Now, let's discuss practical strategies and resources to support those navigating dyslexia. Living with dyslexia can be challenging, but the right strategies and support can make a world of difference. For individuals with dyslexia, multisensory learning techniques are game changers. These methods engage multiple senses, sight, sound, touch, to help reinforce reading and writing skills. For example, tracing letters in sand while saying their sounds aloud creates stronger connections in the brain. Assistive technology also plays a vital role. Tools like text-to-speech software, audiobooks, and spell checkers make learning more accessible and less frustrating. These resources allow individuals to focus on understanding content rather than being held back by the mechanics of reading or writing. Parents and teachers have a critical part to play as well. Patience and encouragement are key. Dyslexia is not a condition that can be outgrown with effort alone. Creating a supportive learning environment, offering extra time for assignments, and celebrating progress, no matter how small, can boost confidence and reduce anxiety. Dyslexia is not a limitation, it's a difference, and with understanding and support, it can be a powerful strength. We've explored how dyslexia impacts reading and writing, debunked the myths that surround it, and learned about the unique brain wiring that shapes this condition. We've also seen how famous individuals like Richard Branson and Whoopi Goldberg used their dyslexia as a springboard to achieve greatness, and we've highlighted strategies that empower individuals to overcome challenges and thrive. Now it's time to change the narrative. Instead of seeing dyslexia as a barrier, let's recognize it as a form of neurodiversity that brings valuable strengths to the world. If you or someone you know is living with dyslexia, remember that struggles don't define you, your resilience does. If this video resonated with you, consider sharing it with others to spread awareness. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content. Together, we can create a world where every mind, no matter how it's wired, has the chance to shine.